Hey, 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 beautiful heart. What's vibing today? Dr. Danae, the Awakening Doctor, your friendly metaphysician. All right, you guys, let's jump in and see what's going on. We are now in the pre-shadow phase of eclipse season. We have the first eclipse happening at the new moon. We are still under the full moon energy. So a lot of things could be going on internally for you. You could be feeling a lot of different emotions. You could be exhausted, yet not able to sleep. Headaches, body aches, stomach issues, muscles, joints, things like that. You may be noticing some issues in those areas. It is part of the process. And what I'm saying is, I'm not qualifying it everybody. It's just the energy. This is, there's nothing wrong. There's no reason for this to be going on. That's when we need to look at the spiritual side, the spiritual health, because there is truth in that. There is a spiritual flu, the ascension flu, things like that. And as you clear your energy at the cellular level, as you're releasing things can come up, headaches, joints, all of those different things. The key is not to attach to it, make it bigger than what it is, give it all that attention, and have a story around it, because that's the old energy. Acknowledge it, thank it for showing up, and let it go with ease and grace. Commitment here, it's on the board. Now, this could be you with somebody else. This is not the way I'm reading it for this reading. Why? Because this is a collective reading. I'm reading for many different people. You all are at different points on your path. This isn't a private love reading. If it was, I would probably look at that different. But this for me is, especially with the dark bird and the light bird there, this is like your human consciousness and Christ consciousness having a tug of war, battling it out. Another way of saying it, this being monkey mind, altered ego, and their soul. Altered ego, monkey mind is always going to want to talk you out of going towards truth, towards the divine, towards anything mystical or occult-like. And many of you may get triggered by the word occult. I challenge you, if that's you and you kind of got a little twinge there and you immediately think, Satan and devil worship, my suggestion is do yourself a favor. Go educate yourself with an open mind on what occult is, okay? So, anyhow, moving right along, talent and confidence. Yeah, see, commitment, talent, and confidence. Old things that you used to really enjoy, whether they were hobbies, music, art, dance, something that came natural to you that others may need to practice longer, go to school longer for, things like that just aren't a natural talent or ability for somebody else. Yours are coming to the surface. How are they coming to the surface? Again, it could be in different ways, but images, memories, deja vu, things like that. For an example, when I was younger, I always wanted to sing or draw or paint and do art. In this lifetime, singing and art, drawing, painting, things like that, are not a natural talent for me. My bird, my cockatoo, absolutely loves when I sing. She loves my voice. Listen to who the critic is, the cockatoo. She loves it. Of course, it's screechy, it's dramatic, all of that. Of course, she's going to love it. Now, my bearded dragon, I start singing. Homie there closes his eyes. He wants to hide, and he gets this such judgment aura all about him. Like, go away with that noise. So don't compare this talent with anything else. But where I was going with that was when I was little, dancing for me was a natural talent, a natural ability. It was something I'm really good at, but it came naturally. So practice and conditioning and all of that, it wasn't a struggle, it was a joy. Now, I spent my youth, yes, I loved that I could dance, but I wanted to sing too. So instead of really focusing on my talent and what I did really well, dance, I spent a lot of the time comparing to others or sitting there going, well, yeah, I could dance, but I wish I could dance and sing. All of those things. So be careful of that. Be careful not to draw attention for yourself or for others to your weaknesses or your flaws. Focus on your strengths right now. Commit to what you desire, what you like, what sets your heart on fire, that is natural for you, but you can still hone in on it. And that's what this talent is talking about. Confidence. Many of you recently, your confidence has taken the 1-2 whack-a-mole punch. For those of you who don't know what whack-a-mole is, I refer to it often in my teachings. Google it, look it up. It's a great visual of this journey. So yeah, and this confidence hit that you've taken. Some of you may have lost a job, a relationship, a best friend, family members. Maybe you took on a project and it didn't, it turned sideways, whatever. Your confidence has really taken some hits. This is saying the more you commit to yourself, your spiritual growth. And guys, hear me. Spiritual growth, your spiritual path, practices, what have you, does not need to look like anybody else's. There is no right path for everybody. There is one mountain, many different paths up the mountain. So let yourself off the hook in that area. If you're being called to grow your spirituality, your spiritual practices, but if altered ego or any feelings are coming up like, oh, I have to do it this way, or it doesn't look like this, know that's altered ego trying to stop you. It doesn't need to look a certain way. You can, think of your spirituality as a buffet. You're at this the best buffet you've ever seen. For those of you who have been to Vegas, like at the Bellagio, if you've seen that Bellagio buffet, holy moly, it is amazing. It's quality. Think of your spirituality as this high value, high quality buffet that you get to go through this line and choose. I want a little bit of this. Ooh, I want a lot of that. I don't want any of that. I want some of this. And that's how you build not just character, but your own spiritual practices, your own spiritual identity. There is no right or wrong. That is one thing on this journey, letting go of duality, the belief in two powers, good and evil, right and wrong, things like that will take you far on this path. Okay, into the tarot. So you are coming out of a very intense time. You've gone inwards, really just reflecting, not allowing things to touch you like they used to in the past. Feels like you're at a crossroads, looking at this. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I go in a new direction? Do I take the path that I don't know about, the path that's least traveled, but that's the path that's calling me? Look, he's holding the world in his hands. He's saying, you know what? I want to sign up for the path that is going to change my world. I'm going to create a whole new world for me. Put me on that path. It may feel lonely. You are not alone. Judgment, this card for me represents a spiritual awakening, going to the next level. Looking up, really saying, you know what? I can't do this on my own. I don't want to do this on my own. God, spirit, angels, guides, whatever. Hey, can you throw me a bone? Give me a hand to lift me up. This is saying, you know what? The divine sees you. Yes, you have been going through it. Now is the time to really look inward, upwards, and grab that helping hand. We've got the Knight of Wands. You know, normally I would say he's rushing in. I really feel that you have been dealing with a Knight of Wands type of energy. It does not have to be a person. This energy is passionate, it's hot, it's action-oriented, it's fleeting, it's not here for the long term. It comes in, it rides in with a purpose, comes in, does the deed, does the action, and then poof, it's gone. And it leaves you in this Ten of Swords. You know, Hottie McNaughty comes flying in, sweeps you off your feet, all is well, and then before you know it, you're like this. And again, this does not have to be a player, doesn't have to be a physical person in your life. I'm talking about the energy. But whatever this Knight of Wands energy is for you, when it comes in, the rug gets ripped up under your feet and you end up like this. However, in this reading, the Knight is running this way. It's leaving. So you focusing on you and your spirituality is literally chasing this energy out of your life. So you may be feeling overwhelmed, all of these burdens that or thoughts, feelings, words that you really haven't dealt with, you just keep pushing them down. I'll get to it later. I'll get to it later. This is all coming up and you're looking at it in a healthy way. You now realize you have choices. Yes, this could be a card of illusions, you know, multiple choices, indecision. But I feel that's what's moving out. This is you giving yourself the permission to pick one thing right now and go for it. Every time this Knight of Wands energy comes in, here I've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It makes you question your worth, your finances, almost like you don't level up, all of those things. Now is the time for you to say no. Have that confidence. No, 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 no. Any energy outside of me, I am not allowing it to speak to me or it to define who I am or what my value is. I like this. You're discovering your King of Cups energy. Not allowing your emotions to make your decisions for you. The King of Cups has deep emotions, but he doesn't let them show. He is in control of them and he's not being tossed around by the different feelings that are coming up. This is a king who knows the difference between feelings and emotions. I've been teaching about this to my members. A lot, especially in the matrix and the unawakened, use feelings and emotions interchangeably. And while that's okay for a while, on this awakening path, bringing in higher ancient knowledge, that's not going to work anymore. Because you start to realize what energy is, what all of the nuances are. And this is where, you say, no, my feelings are human consciousness, they're 3D. My emotions come from my emotional body. That is divine, that is 5D, that is the love, that is the feminine energy. Look, emotions are running high. Yep. Isn't that fitting? Take time to breathe out. A win-win forecast. Outcome is forecasted. Be bold, make the first move. This, I don't feel like it's talking towards somebody, about you making a move towards somebody else. This is you tapping into your spirituality and making that move, whatever it is. If you've always wanted to learn about crystals, you wanted to learn about rituals, altars, whatever. This is you putting aside that fear, that concept of duality, that there is an old man in the sky looking down, that if you research herbs or crystals or occult, that you're going to get locked out of heaven or be judged. That's what this is talking about. All right, beautiful. I hope this message resonated with you. You were able to get some clarity. As always, I didn't do my PSA announcement in the beginning. I'll do it now. There are many scammers about. Know that I will never, ever, in the history of ever, reach out to you via DM, a comment on your comments, offering or saying I have a message for you. You need to reach out to me and pay me this, that, or the other. No. The only way you will get a message from me is if you reach out first. That's how I roll. Be aware of altered ego traps that will come in your mind, in your thinking, all the old ways. Those are traps. And do not be afraid to let go. Not at all during this season. All right, beautiful heart. As always, I am sending you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. Bye-bye.